Students, in the last lecture, we have learned about the partial derivatives of a function of two variables. The definition of that one we have learned one. Now, today, let us go for one more example so that you can able to revise it one, and then we will go for the next point. Okay. Therefore, let us take one more example. Okay, so that you will get another example as well as you will get an idea how to find out partial derivative. Okay. If example, if u is equal to sine inverse x upon y, okay, plus okay, tan inverse y upon x, okay, then show that x delta u by delta x plus y delta u by delta y is equal to 0. Okay, this we need to show it one. Okay, how will you show? Okay, solution. What is given? Given that u is equal to, what is u? Sine inverse of x upon y plus tan inverse of y upon x. See, even though it seems that this example is somehow what? difficult one, but you will find that it's not a difficult one. Okay, when ever we go for one, inverse function. Of course, there is one trigonometry and inverse functions are there. Therefore, you may say that one such type of examples are difficult one, but actually they are not a difficult one. Okay. Now, what we will do here? Let us find out what delta u by delta x. Okay. As here sine inverse involves x, again tan inverse involves x, therefore we can differentiate this with respect to x, we can differentiate this with respect to x, and as we need to what, this is a function of two variables x and y, this is also a function of x and y, function of two variable, therefore u is function of two variable, and hence we need to take derivative of u partially with respect to x as well as partially with respect to y, and therefore what we do here, delta u by delta x is equal to, okay. Now if I am considering this x upon y as what, capital X here, and here tan inverse what, y upon x, let us consider here this also x, then what happens here, sine inverse of x and tan inverse of x. Therefore, what we use the formula, okay, to find out the derivative of sine inverse x. What is the formula for derivative of sine inverse x? The derivative formula for derivative of sine inverse x is what you have. Yeah, it is what, 1 upon, yes, root square root 1 minus, okay, what is 1? Derivative of sine inverse x. Sine inverse x is nothing but 1 upon 1 minus x square. This capital X square. But as capital X is our what? X upon y. And hence what we write? X square upon what? Y square. Okay? X square upon y square. But this is not only our function. Okay. It is sine inverse. Just now we have considered the derivative of what? Sine inverse x. I mean, means what? Sine inverse x upon y. But we have to what? Differentiate this with respect to x. And hence x upon y is to be differentiated with respect to x. Therefore, into by using what? Chain rule that you know right from 11th standard. Okay. D by dx of, let me write, d by dx of x upon y, okay, plus, okay, what is the derivative of tan inverse x? Okay, do you know the formula for derivative of tan inverse x? Derivative of tan inverse x is nothing but what? What it is? Okay, 1 over 1 plus what? X square. Okay, tan inverse x, therefore x square. But x is nothing but what? Y upon x. Hence here y square upon what? X square. Okay, this is only the derivative of tan inverse x. But our x is not only capital X. Capital X involves both x and y. Therefore, what we write here, d by dx of into d by dx of y upon x. Okay, this one there. And now you need to again take the derivative of this x upon y with respect to x and y upon x with respect to x, which is equal to 1 upon yes root 1 minus x square upon y square into derivative of x upon y with respect to x. You need to take y as a constant. Therefore, it is nothing but what? 1 upon y. Why? Because derivative of x with respect to x is 1. And therefore, it is 1 upon y plus 1 upon 1 plus what? Y square upon x square. Right? Are you getting me? Yes. Okay. Then d by dx of, okay, d by dx of y upon x. We need to differentiate this with respect to x. But y is there, treat y as okay constant. Therefore, y okay as it is. Let me write here y into what is the derivative of 1 upon x with respect to x. Derivative of 1 upon x with respect to x is what it one? It is nothing but what? Minus. Okay, it is nothing but what? Let me write minus yes 1 upon x square. Right? Derivative of 1 upon x is minus 1 upon x square. That you know, right? From your what formulas. Okay. What is the derivative of 1 upon x? D by dx of okay 1 upon x. 1 upon x can be written as, how to write 1 upon x? X to the power minus 1. And therefore x raised to n formula is to be used here minus okay minus 1 into x to the power minus 1 okay minus 1 okay x raised to n minus 1 okay n into x raised to n minus 1. So that what happened? Minus 1 into x to the power minus 2, which is nothing but 1 minus 1 upon x square. So that you will get that one. Okay. Therefore, here this one, and now you can what? Simplify. You need to simplify it. Okay. How to simplify? This is equal to 1 upon yes. I will write here root. Okay. This is what? Y square minus x square upon y square. Right? Therefore, I will write here y square okay minus x square and upon y square, but that y square is in root. Okay. And if you find out its square root, then it becomes y. This is upon y. Therefore, what you get is here y. Okay. Okay. Into what? 1 upon y. Well, this 1 upon y as it is plus. Similarly here, what you have? X 1 upon. Let me write 1 upon. Yeah, x square. Therefore, x square. Okay, plus y square. This is y square upon x square. But that upon x square, I will write here. Okay, x square into what? Minus. Let me write in bracket minus y. Okay, upon x square. Right? And then you will find that this y and this y cancels. Similarly, this x square cancel this with this one x square, and hence what you are getting. Okay, therefore let me write here. Okay, delta u by delta x is equal to this is what 1 upon right. It is what 1 upon root y square minus x square, and this minus sign that I will take here minus. Okay, what happened now? Y upon x square plus y square. It is what? Y upon x square plus y square. This is my delta u by delta x. Okay. Now I want x into delta u by delta x. Therefore, what we will write here? Therefore, x delta u by delta x is equal to multiply this by x. Therefore, x upon what? Root y square minus x square. Okay. Then minus Again multiply this by what? X. Therefore, xy upon x square plus y square. This is let me call this as what? 1. Okay. This is there. Now what now? Yes, del by u by del by y is equal to. Differentiate this u with respect to y. Okay. Therefore, what we write here, this is same. This thing is same because you need to differentiate what? Sin inverse x. Okay. Sin inverse x. Therefore, it is what? One and the same by using the same formula. 1 upon root 1 minus what? X square upon y square into what now? D by dy. Because we are differentiating with respect to what? Y. D by dy of what? X upon y. Okay. Plus again same thing here. Tan inverse x with respect to y. But the derivative of tan inverse is nothing but what? 1 upon this. Therefore, it will be as it is 1 plus what? Y square upon x square into derivative with respect to what? Y of what? Y upon x. Okay. Which is equal to what? 1 upon root 1 minus what? X square upon y square into. See, this I want to what? Differentiate with respect to y. As we have differentiated y upon x with respect to x, and we have come across minus 1 upon x square. I mean, we are getting y we have treated constant. Keeping y constant, we have differentiated 1 upon x with respect to x. Similarly, here we need to differentiate what? Okay, treating what? X constant, that I write here x, and what you have? 1 upon y, which is nothing but what? Minus 1 upon y square. Its derivative by same rule. Okay, plus what happened? 1 upon 1 plus y square upon x square. Okay, and derivative of what? This y with respect to y. Therefore, it is not 1, and hence what is right? 1 upon x. Okay. Now this is further equal to, as we have here. This is equal to 1 upon. Okay, same thing here you are getting. This y will be at what? Upper side, therefore at what? Upper side means what? Numerator y upon root what? Y square minus x square into what here? Into what? Minus x upon y square. Right? This plus this x square at numerator, x square upon x square plus what? Y square into what? Let me write 1 upon x. Okay. So that what happened? What happened? Here y, this y, 1y cancels with 1y. Okay. And this 1x cancels with this 1x. So that what we will get is this. What we will get is this one. Yeah. Therefore, let me write here. Therefore, del u by del y is equal to now minus x. Okay. Into this one, right? Minus x upon. Okay. Minus x upon. Okay. This y that I will take here first of all. Y. Okay. Into what? Into root what? Y square minus what? X square. Okay. Then plus. Okay. This x remains there. Therefore, x upon what you have? X upon what you have? X square plus y square. But as I want the multiplication by y to this one. Therefore, what I will write? Y del by u by del by y is equal to minus 1. Minus x into y divided by this y. So that y get cancelled. What you get? Y square minus what? X square. Okay, and plus, multiply this by y. Therefore, what? X upon y, x square plus y square. Okay, this is my what? Okay, y del by u by del by y. Let me call this as what? 2. Okay, and therefore from, let me write from, yes, 1 and 2. What we write? X deva u by deva x plus y deva u by deva y is equal to, see, x upon root y square minus x square. Let me write x upon root y square minus x square minus xy, okay, upon x square plus y square. This is by 1 and, okay, plus. Therefore, I write here plus. This one plus what? Minus x upon root. Okay. Therefore, let me write here minus x upon root what? Y square minus x square, and this is what? Plus xy upon x square plus y square. Then you will find that this minus sign, it is to be attached here. Okay. Therefore, I will here this one and replace here, and then you will find that x upon root y square minus x square minus x upon root y square minus x square. This cancels. Okay. Similarly, minus xy upon x square plus y square, and this plus xy upon x square plus y square. This also get cancelled, and then what we do are getting, it is nothing but what? 0. Okay. This is what we have the example that you need to show it one. Show that x into deva u by deva x plus y into deva u by deva y is equal to 0. If u is equal to sine inverse x upon y plus tan inverse y upon x. This is what we have here. Now let me go for the definition of partial derivative of function of 3 variables. Okay. Let us define it one definition. What we have, if f of x comma y comma z is a function of 3 variables, which are the 3 variables? X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z. Okay, then partial derivative of f. Okay, with respect to what? X is, okay, how will you define? Defined as, okay, who can tell me? Okay, it is defined as what? F suffix x, okay, or what we have? Deva f by deva x, and the definition of partial derivative, as we know, it is in terms of what? Limit. Therefore, limit, okay, what we have? Limit. Say with respect to x, therefore h tends to 0, okay, of f of, there is change in what? X. And with respect to x, therefore there is change in x. X plus what? H. And keep other 2 variables constant, y, z minus f of x divided by h. This is what we have. Yeah, definition of partial derivative of function of 3 variables with respect to first variable, what? X. Okay. Similarly, what we do here, what? F. Similarly, let me write. Similarly, what we have? F y is nothing but what? Partial derivative of f with respect to y. It is what? Limit. What we have? Limit. Yes. H tends to 0. Okay. F of x. Okay. Now with respect to y, therefore x to be treated as constant, z to be treated as constant. There is change in what? Y. Y plus h, and z as it is minus f. This is not f of x only. Here is what? Sorry. F of x, y, z, because it's a function of what? 3 variables. Okay. You please clarify it one. F of x plus h, y, z minus f of x, okay, y, z. Now similarly here f of x comma y comma z divided by h again. There is change in what? Y. And let me write it. And here and fy, let me here because it will go at the down, very down to the blackboard, and hence let us write and fz, f suffix z, delta f by delta z is equal to, again limit h tends to 0, f of x, y, now x and y are to be treated as constant and they will change in what? Z. Therefore z plus h minus f of x comma y comma z, original function, divided by h. When these three limits exist infinite, of course, what this limit exists, and this limit exists, then we can say that what? Partial derivative of f, all, of course, all. Partial derivative of f with respect to x, partial derivative of f with respect to y, and partial derivative of f with respect to z exist. And if this limit does not exist, then we can say that respectively. In respect of that one, if this does not exist, then we can say that what? Partial derivative of f with respect to x does not exist. If this does not exist, then we can say that what? Fy, partial derivative of f with respect to y does not exist. And if this limit does not exist, then in that case, we can say that what? Partial derivative of f with respect to z does not exist. Now, by using this definition, as you come across the idea how to define the partial derivative of function of two variables. Just now we have defined three variables. You can try for what? Four variables, x, y, z, t, and so on and so forth. You can define the partial derivative of function of what? Several variables, and therefore I will give the definition in general. In general, let me write. If u is a function of u is a function of n variables, and those n variables can be written as, that is, u is equal to f of, let me write here, x1, x2, x3, so and so forth, xn. Then the what? Partial derivative. Then the partial derivative of u, partial derivative of u with respect to some variable, say ith variable, some variable, ith variable xi, that is what? Let me write in bracket, ith variable, ith variable is given by, or is defined as, I will define it one. This is what? Deba, yes, deba u by deba, yes, xi, right? Xi, is equal to u, right? Or let me write f xi, which is equal to limit h tends to 0. H tends to 0. Now f of x1, x2, x3, so and so forth. There is change in what? I. Therefore xi plus h, and then what you have? xn minus f of x1, x2, so on what? xn. This is what? 1, then comma, then 2, comma, divided by, all this one is divided by h. If this limit exists, then we can say that, it is nothing but the partial derivative of u with respect to I. This is one general case. Therefore, here you can write here. This can be denoted as what? Now, this is what you have here. This is ith variable. Therefore, this again can be written as del by u by del xi, which is equal to fx fxi, or you can have fi. Fi means what? Partial derivative of f with respect to what? Ith variable, or this is again denoted by what? DIF. Okay, DIF. This is also a notation which is used to denote the partial derivative of f. Partial derivative. Yeah, partial derivative of f with respect to ith variable. Now here you can here see, if I take here I is equal to say 1. If I take I is equal to 1, means what? X1 means what? There is a change in what? First variable, and then we can come across this one, f of x plus h, and other variables are constant. Therefore, once I say that I is equal to 1, there is change in what? Only first variable, x plus h, 2 as it is, 3 as it is, 4 as it is, so on, n as it is. Therefore, from this is what? Why we call it as an in general? Because from this definition there itself, we come across this definition.